How about a mission? How about a mission? For the kids, come on. Last one, I know you got it. One then, and do you use your social? No, that's what you use your social. You use your Don and Bradstreet number. And follow that Don and Bradstreet number, and that would be your social for your business. So you never use your personal social for anything business wise, because you have a Don and Bradstreet number, and that Don and Bradstreet number plays as your credit and your business for everything. Yes.
When I started my other business, I got my EIN number,
And use your social.
and I used my social.
Yeah, if you didn't know that, you know.
Yeah, at that point, you probably didn't know it, somebody had to touch you, and you probably just went out there and did it with social. But it could be changed,
But, I still got my Johnson Bank number.
right, so you can switch it, you can change it.
Okay.
The teacher, that's not something you want to do, there's gonna be a point in adjustment. So you use a social, a Don and Bradstreet number. That's gonna be today, because you don't have that much time. Yes, ma'am. So DMB stands for Don's, DUNS, and Bradstreet. There's a business credit.
Identify the number of your business and expected right. Sometimes like you would have like the credit,
Right.
or your personal, you have a credit or your business. Yeah, well, heard that, right?
All right, next slide. Develop a strong business idea, and that came from David. Strong, and what explain on that?
Well, we think it is, within the market of the, you know, I'm David, I was, yes. Well, I mentioned to first find a resolution to a problem. So, and whether it be your local neighborhood or in your place that you often with work, you may find, okay, would be at work or at home. Often, and I'm just throwing something out there as a group. I find, let's say, when it snows or on this time when it's fall, you know, leaves fall on the floor and there's no one really to help the neighbors clean it off. And it's often left there. And tickets on our houses don't. So for someone who's thinking, okay, I want to start a business and find something out helping my neighborhood, why not maybe get a few of my friends and maybe they'll offering service or and not just in time. So then let's say every week or every 2 weeks, you know, and then that idea or that is resolving of a problem then becomes a momentum to do something. Yes. So just thinking of your everyday thing that you do in your life, maybe what's missing and what's not there that I can possibly do.
All right, the next slide. As Cornell said, he said it was resolve a problem, but we have to do it. He said market and customer. Sorry. And this is that slide. Conduct marketing research. Do anybody know what that means?
I mean, it's how you sell your, like, doing research and find out where you can put out your product, where you can see and give the person.
Perfect.
Yeah, like the improv, let's say yes and to that. Is find out who wants to buy what you're selling. Because the one thing I say, nobody cares about it. Nobody wakes up in the morning thinking you have to give money in one day. People buy what they want and then what they need. And in that way. So you can be the best at what you do, if ain't nobody in the market to buy that, you don't have business. But if you have a thing that people want to buy, so you have to say, what am I good at? To do several things. Of those things, who will pay me to do that? And until you get, and that's why they call it marketing, the market doesn't exist. You have to create the market. That's why it's called marketing, the verb. And that's what the market research does. Find out who are those people. So many people start with great talent, but they don't do this one. They don't do the research. And they're like, how come I ain't making the money? I don't think I should buy that.
Right. Thank you so much for that. And also, to conclude what he said, if I'm here at Stony Point, and I go down the street and do the same thing they're doing, but they're gonna go first. They're gonna come in first, but they know this place. They don't know me, like I said, they don't know me from a hole in the wall. Like, oh, we know Stony Point, we've been open for a long time. We're gonna go to him. He might have a nice place, but we don't know what he does. What's going on with this? Study.
Also, when you have competition, if you're the only one doing what you're doing, maybe that's the right time. But if you have other companies, that means that there's an industry, that there's a market for it, I think. For me,
One of the things that helps is the process called SWOT. You're gonna learn how to do SWOT in the class. And that's a process of breaking down things like, I'm not gonna get into it for a while. But you're gonna break down things like, look at your competition, finding out what works, finding out what your weaknesses and what your strengths are compared to everyone else. Because it doesn't matter, if you say make the same fried chicken. Let me tell y'all something, there's a place called, what's that guy's fried chicken? Pan fried chicken. Charles Pan fried chicken, opened up in a neighborhood where mostly black people ain't nothing but pan fried chicken. So for him to be in business there, he would have to do something we can't do at home. And unfortunately, food can't. Now, he also has Charles Fried Chicken downtown. Charles Fried Chicken has been downtown for 70 or something, and it's booming over there. You know why? Because nobody cooks it, and it tastes so good and unknown. So you want to be in where to do business, where they say location. That's what that. Where you put your business is where it should. You want to have it where people want what you got. Right.
And that concludes that with evaluate market demand. Market demand. Like, also where people want it. A place where you can find foot traffic. Put a 125th Street like Target, they get like crazy out there.
Or like maybe if you go, like, let's say you have food truck, you go from the hospital, college,
yes.
places like that, you know, so you have to move around and go where the population is different.
But that's me. So in my instance, I have a catering business first, right? So all those people that I cater to, like the multitask places, they don't care where I'm at. Right? They can send their coworkers to pick up on it.
Yes.
Uber,
You have followers.
yes, right. So I have a problem. So that follows me. That's not for me, but I know. It's just like you said, the chicken. So for Charles, for me, he can cook chicken all day. He doesn't get out of no time.
Thank you.
He can fry chicken all day. And this is what I'm saying, like, things that become commercial as far as food is concerned, even in the best of the soul food restaurants, right? So when I'll say for instance, I had a one day event for Tracy Morgan in the Rutgers Park in Harlem. $2,000 for a couple of hours. Where people were calling, people telling them, don't go to make my vision. We're going to the park. So it is about the demand. But you can say something I can go to the beach, because you said, "Vote now, done."
Yeah.
Right. So, it doesn't matter where I'm at. I can, if I come downtown, they will send somebody downtown. Go that tomorrow. And they can say, I'll get yours while I'm there. So that's the kind of stuff that you want.
That's what you
Yeah,
want.
that's the kind of
So
stuff you want.
creating out of the food business and
Right.
niche market. And that's one food truck idea. They travel
Right.
and they do ways of how people follow them. So we'll talk more about that. when we get to that.
No, I'm just reiterating all what you said, especially like you said, you go to the beach. But you're not expecting that type of food. You go to the beach, you might go to a hot dog hamburger.
Yeah.
Or hot wholesome food. So,
Somebody make a statement, gotta take it with them. Oh, darn.
So you give you a little bit of a history background. If anyone knows the chicken and waffles, where it was started, where it was created in Harlem. It started in Harlem, New York.
What is that,
Well,
Yes, yes. Now, initially, this is back in the 50s, initially when it started and started serving it, people didn't understand the concept, they didn't like it. And it took some time to
they
get
developed
used to
the
it.
concept.
Right,
through travel.
and interestingly, there's another, I guess, a sous chef that was training under him. And he kind of branched off, but he didn't want to compete against him, so he actually moved to California. He became Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Yes.
So you're not a little rascal, right?
It's Harlem. Yeah.
So before we move to the next slide, I'm gonna go around the room and I want some ideas of business names. That's why you have this in front of you, the business plan. I want some ideas. I'm gonna start with. Akira, sorry.
Yes, please.
My brand name is Hustle Hard.
Also branding.
Hustle Hard.
It's hustle hard.
Hustle Hard. I have sweaters, sweatsuits, beanies. I'm about to start making tracksuits and. That's not bad. This is the sweater. The other person who has something, I make beanies, sweaters. My number bag is related, you know.
Okay, I can see. All right, so P2G, we don't make any. In fact, we make money. The reason I say that we make money is we always will, is because we have a clear understanding what's going down with the money. Everybody's got an idea, whether you have a business or a job, you're gonna deal with money, right? But most people who deal with money have seem to be broke, right? Beyond. Because until we are honest with the conditions in which we are in, we stay. And until we realize if someone tells us, like we've learned a lot of new information today, right? That's now powerful information you can use to embed and empower your life. So P2G teaches you the foundation of real money. The difference of what it is, what you're getting, and what the problem is that you're dealing with being broke. Until you did, what we teach you how to identify it, how to acquire it, and then what to do with it. Because we were never, as the people, taught really what to do with it, other than make it and spend it. Okay? And that's actually a broke path. So what we teach is digital financial literacy, and that's how. Right? Yes, it was a business.
That's kitchen.
Yeah.
Kitchen would offer.
Down south. The community, immunity solution. What I do is I develop web platforms for solo entrepreneurs. Platforms, websites.
everything that we deal with on the web is a service. So rather than having click funnels for your funnel, Shopify for your shop, constant contact people. How about you build all of that into your own web platform? So, no purpose. That's like, what-
Idea for right now. Great. Well, we after this seminar, we can sit down, you and a couple of people, we come up with an idea for you, okay? We just come up with the idea. Lisa. Okay. Here. Nothing. Candace. Me and my team.
Louder, please.
Baby, let me get a light. I'm just gonna fix the camera back there. You're not gonna- Yeah. Because it's just me and my three. The, on the go category that is, national.
That's a business thing. I like that. That's, but I did actually got something like that, and I like being my career.
Yeah.
See, that's me and your kids. So it's a family business, y'all. That's what's up. Okay, you can pass them. Okay.
Come on, brother. We do.
For long meals, because I'm also a cook. I will offer meals, prep meals, like prep meal business, also a catering business. I also bake. So I would incorporate baked goods in my business. I have.
Stand the mic.
Go back.
Yeah, hand the mic. A business idea or a business.
An idea that you have for,
Yeah,
I'm a big up with my mother.
okay.
It's pretty much self-explanatory. For a lot of people. So, yeah, but for me, it's a no-brainer. It's something that she always wanted to do. And I got out of something to do it. So it's just finding a stuff like that.
Okay.
It's finding stuff to take care of all the other LLC, the EIN, and all that.
So the right thing.
Yeah, so yeah, that's about it. Just get everything put together.
So let's get it popping. And, no. Y'all. And y'all all cook?
yeah.
Oh, y'all need a few.
Well, my thing is that the younger generation can take over. Cause like, we're the older ones, and we got that from my mom, her sister, and my mother, so we just want to keep passing it forward. Now, we go to legacy.
What about, we gonna make sure that you come, that they come in and bring the new skills for this marketing game, because they're really good. I love it. Everybody plays at their own strength and you see what happens. Yes.
Come on, Ken, you're right.
What do you think about like that happening? Like, restaurant, I think the whole restaurant.
In my opinion, And that's the thing, like you just said, located.
Let's go back to the.
Yeah.
Let's go back to real quick. You mentioned there. So study your competition
Right.
is one of what we spoke
There's
about.
no competition.
Where you actually do it.
Now, I'm saying this competition when it comes to quality of food and location.
We're gonna talk about that, what's called SWOT analysis. One of the things I wanna make sure we understand, there is no invulnerable business. There's no perfect business. There is no, I don't have, now you can keep, I want you to keep the mentality. But I don't want you to fool yourself into pushing yourself in a place that you can't get out. We are gonna teach you guys how to pay attention to everything around you and not get shocked by anything in business. Now, that's not actually 100%, but you'll be able to deal with it better when you have already written down and anticipated the research for what's out there.
Right.
So I've been doing the research on this for a while.
Right.
And this is why I say the location where my aunt lives at, we have a big neighborhood. Goes from 99th Street to 106.
Right.
My mother that cooks for everybody else. So
Gotcha.
they know her food.
What
and
I'm
Mount
gonna
Sinai
suggest is that I want you to, I want you to think of, right, there's so many more, so other than that, it's great mom who cooks, but mom doesn't cover every palate. You gotta remember that. Then on top of that, there may be people who come into the neighborhood outside of that. We have to start learning how to think out of the box, and sometimes you might have to think up the box to where we can include other people's businesses, so we don't have competition. That's how you get to the, we have no competition. Okay?
Okay, so then, I've been a licensed chef, I've been licensed chef, but I've been doing food for like 35 years. What I'm saying is, I'm versatile in cooking, so why I want the food truck, the first thing is, because today I might have an Italian cooking. Tomorrow I might have a southern cooking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, moving forward, whatever's in demand.
You still, I want you to be mindful, that's an amazing thing, by the way. But what I want you to keep in mind is, you're thinking in that manner, don't get locked into it. The reason is because when you do it, it may not click off like you thought. So we're gonna help you run scenarios. And even see what's happening out there. That's what a SWOT analysis does. But when you learn how to do SWOT, and I'm gonna really put SWOT into work, you can evaluate your market from another level. It even brings it up.
Let me speak to that point, because I've been in the food industry and the trucking business for a while. When you have a mobile enterprise, people know you for what you're known for. If you flipping on them on a regular basis, they don't tend to come back because they'll expect you to be cooking a certain thing on a certain day. If you're going to be a multifaceted truck, you're going to have to assign days to meals because they're going to expect it on that day. Yeah. You can be multifaceted, but it's not you are not your customer. Your customers are who you have to address. And
Let people know the go-to.
you said you have a niche market. You have people who know your food.
Okay, so let's keep it, let's have a
For the competition, so I think the competition will be developing a positive sense of. Oh, Kenya, sorry.
Kenya.
Yeah.
Louder, Kenya.
Say it again.
Kenya bread.
Just a bag. No.
Excuse me. Go ahead, Kenya.
That's amazing.
Now, and Kenya, do you do, custom work?
No.
Okay, we're gonna talk to you, so I'm gonna talk with you and you about custom. Because one of the things you wanna have that be a side business, because it's easy to get a good visual. If you have a great developer, someone who puts out the product, all you gotta do is give them whatever it is that person needs to be done. You guys are the middleman between, you guys are between the, I should say, the creator, because you guys have people who create the stuff. So why not come to Kenya's site and say, hey, you got something, you like this style? I want P2G on one of those. I want P2G back. That's right. Yeah. I want to see my brand. Yes, for the bell. I like that. Yeah. See, you gotta remember, your customer is about your customer. We want to pull them into our brand, but you want to see their need. Their need is always gonna be about them. And when it comes to style, and we're teaching, the new word is be my brand. That's what people are talking about right now. People are talking about how you want to take it, Tommy Hilfiger and all of them off your name, but you don't want them to put you on your backside unless their logo's there. You want your logo to be the one that made theirs. Now you will get some business. And you don't have to just do that, but you can keep your brand. But now, don't worry, because your brand just got connected to as a maker, a creator. You know where I'm coming from? It takes to the next level. Because this is Tommy Hilfiger putting his name on everybody's backside. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Hilfiger, that's not my name. You get where I'm coming from? So that's all I'm gonna say. We'll talk more, ladies. I remember that.
All right, so competition. Develop a positive sense of self and learn to be accountable and responsible. We're gonna deal with that, and then we're gonna do capital request. Do anybody know how much food truck will cost a year and how much to keep it up?
Because I still had. Because I 60,000. I want to read it.
She has a good number.
Yeah. She's very funny. Nah, you got keep going. You try to get me the right place. All right.
So Pat's Kitchen. Her mission is Pat's Kitchen is to bring soul food, homemade, comfortable food to locate local communities with quality and love. So her truck purchase and build out is 60,000. Her fleet is 12,000. Her permit and insurance is 5,000. Inventory is 4,000. Branding and marketing is 3,000. Payroll is about 10,000. I want to be on my payroll. And working capital is 6,000. Her project revenue, she's looking about 26K. That's not bad.
So one of the things I'm gonna share with you all, you have to include time. Because, and this is just because I made that mistake. I was having a conversation with this man, and we were talking, and I was going, this has been 12 months. And then I had to ask him, wait a minute, how long is funded? He was like, it's annual. We can't do it for 12 months. My business will be over in 12 months. I mean, 12 weeks, not months. I'll have a 12-week program. So I'm creating a budget for 12 weeks. And he was like, he said, you think so? Based on, you know, I don't know about that, right? He gets that with my life. And so I'm thinking, oh, how much is funded for? How often do you fund it? He said, every year. I said, wait a minute. I had to readjust my budget for 12 months, not a week, and had to break it down. So we're still, that's one of the reasons why I am not doing a business that's completing the full plan, because I have to turn 12 weeks of work into a year of work and create a budget for that around a lot of bits and pieces. I'm excited. What my program teaches is how to use the tools to actually do that. Teach in our classes. I'll show you guys in the rest. But we break it down so you learn how to use the technology that gets you this done. It makes it simple. Research is not rocket science. It's just certain skills you can add up. You got AI, guys. Don't be afraid to use it.
Absolutely.
So I'm sorry.
So basically create a solid business plan. We went through and, future service, future services will be young. So basically finance. Private funding, banks, and things like that, we can get funding. Now.
Hey, Donna, go back, talking about, crowdfunding really quick, cause that's a new thing that many owners don't know about.
About crowdfunding?
Okay, well, crowdfunding is this, approximately 8 years ago when we had Obama in office, he opened a bill that says you can now crowdfund through digital financial it's not digital, that's my business, but, cryptocurrency, GoFundMe, what's the other, Kickstarter, for a business, you can use these things as profit sources. Normally, a lot of times when you would crowdfund, you would go to your family, to banks, um, your local person who had extra ends, and look, I need to borrow such and such amount of money, and I'll give it to you back at 10%. Y'all know who that is, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But then, those, now and now you can use crowdfunding legally, and that allows you to use that as a stepping stone, as initial startup capital that wasn't allowed about 8 years ago. And you can always look it up online. There's areas of crowdfunding that, like I said, Kickstarter, GoFundMe. There's stuff in cryptocurrency platforms, and we talk in P2G. We teach about crypto assets and gold and silver, and these others. And gold and silver is a good leveraging point, but we'll talk about that when we get into the program. Thank you, Dick.
Welcome. Building your brand. We went over building the brand, the name, logo, identity, build online. Develop your product and service.
Distinguish the relative importance of name versus important.
So the one that's more important would be basically the name. The name would be the more important one, for the logo could be anything. You always change the logo and make it whatever you want to make it, but the name always was important.
The reason I asked for that, when I first started out in web development, one of my first clients came to me and told me that she had spent $1,500 to have somebody develop a logo for a business she hadn't even launched yet. Wow. I'm like, a logo is just a picture. Why are you spending? You can invest out of your business. Nobody knows you. Yeah. Graphic artists, that graphic artists have to do you ain't got customer number one. Don't trip up on the logo. It's like, for example, what is Google's logo? They don't have one.
They don't get word.
Exactly. They Google. That's all they need. The name.
To piggyback off of that, I have been in trademark help. And just so that you know, it's ridiculous, but you can get it done. It's not pick up and fill out an application. And with that, I only got there because someone sent us a cease and desist to use our business name. Now, what that meant was they had previously trademarked the word that we use for our business. And the good part is I do research, so I found out you in the UK, shut up, you remember. So we went and trademarked ours. And what I found out, there's a couple. Everybody gets caught up on this one picture that we have to make. Do you know the way they get the most out of a trademark is actually just write the damn word? Excuse my language, but just write the word. Everything else can be worked out afterwards. But you know where people get caught up? Color, style of the print, font, and then you get stuck in that. Right? You get stuck with it. Do you know how hard it is to rebrand a business from a picture? Why do you think Nike keeps the switch? They can make the switch blue, pink, yellow, whatever. But you know it's Nike, right? So we gotta learn to keep it as simple. Just also, don't make it anything that's too identifiable. Once I'm on, okay, I'm a fan. So I got a question. Give me something like Coke.
The wave,
What's Coke?
the wave, it's soda.
You know it's Coke, right? But is Coke an actual, does Coke describe, is soda, you understand what I'm saying? Wait, you don't understand Coke, I never had a Coke. Come on now. Thank you. So, what we have to stop doing is putting stuff, making names that are so descriptive. Also, we're gonna teach you from the financial literacy portion, because we also teach something called status correction. It comes with other things. Protecting your name and business comes with anonymity. Got me? It comes with establishing a brand that's not connected to a person with liability.
Yeah.
Because if they sue
So
your
true,
name,
so true.
you understand? They sue your name is now dead. So don't put your name on your business unless it's so solid that they can't demolish it and then you never be able to use it. So we're gonna teach you some stuff, okay? You gotta learn some style and some new skills when it comes to managing the finances of our business, and even the people of our business, especially you, okay? So that's what y'all gonna get in the nutshell over here.
And that's what's funny. That's why when you become a musician or you're in the business and they give you a name, like the Jacksons or the Jackson Five, the companies get your name in all renditions into. The word is perpetuity. I think that's the
Any
term.
perpetuity is in the contract.
Yeah.
He forever.
Ever, so no matter however you come.
Most people don't know who that is.
Who?
Stephen Martin,
Even more.
but
Oh.
you know Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
That's stage, that's
That's
the brand name, that's who you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving forward,
Yeah.
LLC does what?
What does an LLC do?
What does an LLC does?
Protect that.
Does it protect you or does it protect the business? It separates you guys. An LLC separates you from the business. So you could be,
You could get sued.
right, so you could be Darnell Smith, but over here, probably not, so they can't touch.
That's the point. They protect you. So let's clarify that, because I just heard
With an LLC.
the LLC.
LLC stands for Limited Liability Company.
Corporation. Now,
Company.
I want to clarify that. It protects you.
From
It protects your private assets, meaning all the money you make, any of your, any of your retirement and all that good stuff is not touched if something happens to the business. They can sue the business, anything in the business can go. But you don't have to pay anything you've saved or what are built on your finance. And we got other stuff then.
have a LLC for every endeavor. They don't have one company.
Right.
This engagement, that's LLC.
LLC.
That's LLC. So that get sued to pay the cost. Everything else you can't do.
And I learned also, if you have equipment, so Ms. Pat, your truck is not gonna be in your company's name. You're gonna have a holding company that owns the truck. If somebody has a problem with the business, whatever assets, they can take the pot, the pans, the spoons, or whatever. If it's under there, that's fine, but that equipment, that truck itself belongs to, and you're renting it from your holding company. You got where I'm coming from? So we're gonna be talking about strategy. Depending on where you are in your business, we'll be building strategies for protection along with getting you started. Because unfortunately, our businesses go out of business because we don't have this now. But
I have a cousin that has something business, right? And he started doing plastic home, right? Then she changed it to her thing. And she makes tacos, she makes coats, she makes shoes, everything. And she decided to, now in the South, her tacos and bags and everything, in belt.
okay.
They just come belt the pot. Soon is wanting to make,
Oh,
like, she's cleaning up.
she's cleaning up, but she want to make sure she comes outside of that's hers. So before we go off, I want to make sure we keep moving because you gotta explain what you do. All right, then David has Yeah.
Often another thing to be aware of, that if ever a person brings a lawsuit against your company, especially whether to disagreement, contract, or injury, part of the process that often happens is any business account you have, they freeze your.
They freeze
So you don't have access to that, those assets that's connected to that company. So just be aware that sometimes it's good to have either a holding company as mentioned, or another company that handles that. But any company connected to that lawsuit is that's the process.
Right. And that's something that, like I said, we specialize in teaching you all how to do that in your everyday life. And especially if you want to have a.
Yes, indeed, yes, indeed.
Do anybody know the difference between a mission and a vision? What's a mission? Vision and a mission. What's the difference between a vision and a mission? What is it standing for? And the vision is like bringing it to life, like bringing the mission to actually for seven. So
Anybody else?
I think the way I would sum it up is, your mission is what you do. Your vision is why you do it.
And that's honestly speaking, that's how you wanna actually function in that. A lot of us get them kind of confused. That's intermediate. We go, okay, we got a mission, let's go. That's how. My question is when you lose, or I should say, when you lose sight of the vision, the reason is what drives you to do it. Because the one thing about running a business, it's not like going to a job. You no longer have anyone else's parameters on showing up. You don't go off of someone else's list. You have to create the list. You have to keep the list. And then you gotta expand on the list. And when it doesn't work out, you gotta be the one to tweak it. So it's very much painstaking. It gets to the heart of you, okay? And you gotta be building on your self-development through this process. A lot of that tends to get.
Really quick. Started using web service. I said, working in. My 2 months old. So my vision was to serve our Black community with the skills that I have. The problem was, I didn't use that with my mission. Okay, my mission was to provide affordable web services for people who could pay me.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
was to provide quality services for people who could pay me. Your customers are the people who can pay you, not the people you want to serve. That's my community service. And it took me years to realize why I was broke, was because I was confusing my vision to serve my community with my vision to serve my customer base. And once I got that clear, that cleared up a lot of things. So my vision inspires me, but my mission gets me paid.
all right, so this next part is gonna be a audience test. Okay, so we're gonna do a really quick test. I'm gonna have the hero try to sell to you guys for fun. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Come on, give us your pitch, give us your pitch.
Yes, right. Oh, wait. Is that a big one? Both of them. This is product to packet sound. Come on.
No.
Start with your vision, your mission, your vision. What are you trying to sell to them? I mean, I'm on the street.
What's along? Come on.
Look,
I'm walking, you have on hard, hustle hard, I'm walking, what you gonna do? I'm saying, I'm gone. Oh, I'm saying, I can raise my hand. I'm sure you know. The website? No,
No, wait. How do I reach?
you can reach me through Instagram, my main Instagram, or my, business page, for Tickets Basketball. No, you can reach me.
Right.
I'm saying, I said, the website, he's like, nah, I'm like, okay. Wait, you know, you can reach me, this way, that way.
That's all the question is, if you got a website, I got an Instagram. You tell them, don't say no, just say what you got. Because that's all they want to know. How do I reach you? Because I can't talk right now. I like the idea. Okay?
Always keep their attention, keep their focus, and tell them what you have. If I said website, no, okay, wait, you can reach me.
never say no.
There's no end to conversation.
Yeah, and I walk away. I don't want to hear no more after that.
Okay. So I try to keep it simple. I don't sell products, y'all. I sell services, and my services for you is the teaching and training. Question is how many of y'all want more money in your pocket? Raise your hand if you want more money in your pocket on a regular basis. How many of y'all have to do another job for that? Okay, so instantly when you come to P2G, you begin to generate new income, and that's the first day. If you can commit to yourself, make sure that you stay in communication with a good trainer and be willing to teach yourself how to not just be disciplined, but to enjoy saving and spending only on things that pay you. Anybody got a problem with that? How many of y'all want some gold and silver? And I mean real gold and silver. No, be honest. Even if you don't know what it is, y'all, you got on jewelry. Now, how many of y'all just want to really be able to generate funding to get things like gold and silver, the things that you like? Okay, well, that's what we teach, but we don't teach you to have to go out and keep creating it. We teach you to create assets that are endless and get them to the point to where they are starting to make things like gold and silver. Why do I say gold and silver? Because if you got gold and silver, what do they do over time? They increase in value. We have a statement in our business that we teach our students. I don't pay my bills, my assets pay my bills. How many of y'all would like that? Raise your hands if you would like assets to pay your bills. That's a reality since 2020 in my life because of this education. And I teach it over an 8-week period, step by step, at the pace you go. So if you would like to start shifting your life right now and the things that are going on with your finances, and you feel like you need support, because honey, I know I need support. We have an entire organization of students as well as instructors that are here to work with you from your home. Do everything online, so you come to P2G Networks and get that free platform, you become a platform student. And you enroll in whichever program you would like. We have weekly and we have monthly. Got me?
In Frenchie, you have a
Weeklies are
QR.
50, but a monthly is 150. And some of you may qualify for our sponsored program. So how many of y'all gonna go on and see and check it out today and enroll and see if you qualify for that program? Who got a phone? Even if you don't know tech, you teach the tech. Let's go. Go ahead, the QR code. Sure. You got one on your table. You got QR code. Go to the site and open up an account. We'll be in touch with you right after. Okay? It doesn't matter how old you are because we also have games for kids that teach them how to earn while they not learn while they earn, literally earn while they play. So they play and they earn cryptocurrencies that you parents are gonna, and y'all students are gonna learn how to make interest on a regular basis. We ain't playing. It's gonna change society. Our mission is to have this program involved in community programs like churches, schools, as well as nonprofits and even return to society programs. But my vision is that we change the world around what we're doing financially because we never got it in school. And we have a vision for every person to teach this in their home as a parent and auntie, or even just an uncle, or auntie, or, you know, doesn't matter. Y'all got older cousins. All right. So that's how P2G works and why it exists. Does anyone have any questions?
Well, while you're here, and when you take the QR code out, everyone, please take a moment and sign up as a membership because initial memberships are free. So you get in so we can keep you in the loop of the conversation that's going on.
So if you would like to be, if you like to keep the conversation going on what you all are interested in, we work with every age as well as business status. So you can have a business or you don't have to have a business. You may even have an idea and you want to keep having conversation. We have free Wednesday night meetups. You are welcome to join us and have some Q&A questions times, and it's all live on Zoom. Do it in your home or wherever you're at. This is the way you're going to be able to keep up and actually earn as you learn. That is required in my platform. So I'll see you all. I'm looking forward to seeing my phone ding off. If y'all have any questions before that, we have a box on the platform. Just click the box, send me a message. It's working correctly now. And I'm actually getting my messages. So let's talk. I'll see you soon. My name is Ruby Thomas. I am one of your instructors. We have a few, and I'm actually, if anybody's interested, looking for apprentices because we need you guys to teach this. Make sense? All right.
Just a long-term concept is the main cash flow and build strong relationships. Stay with me.
Okay.
Build a relationship and maintain cash flow.
The first one, just one at a time. Innovate consistency.
Strong relationship.
Strong relationship. And Cornell.
Now, can you, go into more detail about the importance of
Building strong relationships.
I apologize, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, so building a strong relationship, like if you know somebody that knows somebody, try to keep them around and keep them focused, like basically keep them focused and around you, so they keep you supporting. They can support you and basically that.
See, the reason I ask this, I've known Ruby Thomas since 2011. That's the first year I went independent online. We were working. And we were having a retreat with a friend and we were on breakfast one. And she said something which is very simple to me once I heard it, but it was a revelation. She says, you know, there's not a separation between you. See, I had the mindset most people have. I'm the vendor. These are my customers. It says, no, you are all part of a community. I was like, wait a minute. And here's the funny thing. Since 2006, I formed my LLC, which is 21st Century Commune IT Solutions. I called it Commune IT Solutions because it's community and IT combined together. But I had to have somebody else tell me, oh, you know, part of the community of your customers. There's no separation. I was like, oh. And once I heard it, it's like, well, duh. But I had to have somebody else tell me that. So those relationships, and it's also, Brother Darnell said, it's somebody who knows somebody. How did I get into IT? I was a broke musician. I was 31 years old. I've been living in Jersey for almost 10 years. I hadn't worked in 2 years. I was on public assistance, going to college. A cousin of mine I hadn't heard from for 4 years left a message on my girlfriend's answer machine. Saying, look, I'm working here doing the server support at Lehman Brothers. And there's an opening for a unit system administrator. I'm like, dude, I don't know what that is. And you heard the part about I haven't worked in 2 years, right? Somehow, I got up there, prepared for the interviews. 5 interviews later, I was supporting the servers that ran fixed income departments at the money back, secured mortgage backed securities, money markets, foreign exchange, whatever. Because I knew somebody who could get, he didn't get me the job, but they never would have had the interview. I had to pass the interview. I had to do the work once I got there. But that door was only open because I was related to him. He worked for this company. He knew the people in that part. So it is all about those relations. You never know who you know that's going to be the one you need to know. Yes. So,
Alright, so, me and Candace and here was just walking around the campus and we found yoga mats and carpets for movie night, or if you want to do yoga, up to you, do chair yoga, we have them, just let us know, we can happen, okay? And then for our schedule, it's up here, so after this, so the one is lunch, and then we're gonna skip this, and we'll get stuff, and go to, come on.
Wally World.
Get out some snacks, stuff like that, we're gonna come back, and then at 6 to 7, we're gonna have dinner. At 7 to 8, it's gonna be a steak, the guy who comes in, the animals. Snakes, reptiles, rabbits.
Yeah, guys, I like those.
Saturday.
Don't worry, we'll have the replay coming up. We're gonna tell them about where it's at.
So, at 12 to 1, we're gonna have lunch, at 1 to whatever time we go to Walmart. And when we get back, we can do table games. And this lovely lady here brought a drone, so we can go outside and fly a drone.
Yeah, you can.
Amazon just pass by.
It passed by.
And then 6 to 7 is dinner. 7 to 8 is a snake man. He will be in this room here
The snake
with
man?
reptiles and snakes and rabbits.
I'll be in the other
8,
room.
so we're gonna skip this part, at 8:30 to 9:30, because we're doing it now, but we're gonna do a recap for people that want to come back to learn more in-depth details of the business. So at 8:30 to 9:30, we'll both be in this room and we can learn the in-depth of, yeah, and then 10 to 11 PM. And then from 10 PM to 11 PM is the tarot card reader. She'll be back for a second round of reading. And then from 11 PM, we're gonna do fireplace, movies, and a dance battle. Vogue. Yes. I like that. All right.
No, babe, Vogue. Hey.
All right. It's easy not to have them rolling around. All right, I brought a little visual. I'm big. Instead of going in your pocket, I went in mine. Because in my pocket, I have a penny, a nickel, and a dime. Okay, I got nothing to do with somewhere. All right. But in my pocket, I also have some other things. And the reason I'm bringing this to you now is because this is something every person in this room should have and needs to have in their pocket. Now, while they may seem impossible, that's why we created this program. Because it has been missing in education. I have to ask everybody, do you ever feel like your education is lacking? The public school education that we've been getting is lacking? Be honest. Raise your hand if you feel like the public school education is lacking.
Yeah.
That there's something important, like something missing, that you went to school, you go into school, and you're kind of feeling like, I'm not ready for the world. This is not preparing me for the world. Why are there so many broke
You need
people?
a
What's
home?
going on? We went to get the right
You need a
things
home?
out. A lot
You
of
need a
college
home?
educated people, and they broke. What happened? That's supposed to be how to do it, right? Well, it doesn't matter if you didn't get this one thing, and we weren't imparted this one thing. You can own a business, you can be a professional doctor, a lawyer, what have you, and you are still broke. Who knows why? Finances. What about them? What about the finances is causing more people to be broke no matter what they do? Financial literacy. Financial literacy. How many people taking a financial literacy course? I know I'm taking 5 in my lifetime. Anybody had like a little something where they came in and talked to you about the budget, talked about how to save your money, they told you about maybe get these retirement things, you gonna get some insurance? Anybody heard that conversation? Okay, 401k. And then you go get it, you got it at your job. Some of y'all got that, y'all have unions, right? Who's taking on time to do things like go on vacation? Who got credit cards? We got credit cards, right? Who uses Klarna and pay and Apple Pay? Apple Pay to do, not Apple, Apple. So who uses this system? You know why?
I don't got time for that.
Because the financial system you live in is set up for debt. And it's set up in a way, and I know y'all all feel this ain't got nothing to do with him, so don't make him the all right? He is a symbol of what we call an oligarch. Look that word up. He is a symbol of the powers that be, and how this country really works. Your financial system, your education system, your life system, your food system was set up to make you a consistent consumer. Your education system was created and funded by an oligarch, a wealthy person who is created generational wealth through creating more consumers and more employees for his consumption. And don't worry, we call that, what did you say you were, born again what?
Born again.
That's what I'm talking about, we call it that. And the best way to actually access capitalism, what's the word in capitalism that's the most important? Capital. You got to learn how to access capital. But when we taught how to do that, you were taught how to make money, get a job, save. Oh, get these, you want to get these programs. These are, you gotta get this such and such contract. That's what those are. They're paper contracts. And every one of us has been signed into it in some way. You either get a check from a business, you get where you work your job, you get a check from some certain social services, right? Every one of us got to have it, otherwise you can't even be here. So with that, everybody's not living like that though. Who heard about other people's money? Anybody ever heard about you gotta stop other people's money? But that kind of make you feel bad, don't it? No, who want to spend other people's money when if you all out here, you thinking you spending somebody like you, like me. That's because we were given the wrong mindset. You were trained into the wrong mindset. We were taught that rich people are all bad and mean. Wealthy people, they had to have gotten there by subjugating somebody like us. So I don't want to do that. Money is bad. All of a sudden, money is bad. But when you need it, it ain't bad. And everybody knows that you need it in order to continue. So we're going to do a couple of things with Pizza G. We're going to help you shift your mindset. We're going to help you remove, immediately you're going to remove the emotional connection to money because that's easy. I'm going to show you, and this is what one of my friends told me about. She says, Ms. Ruby, I can't believe you just did exactly what you said. The P and the 2 and the G stands for pennies to gold. We ain't lying. Pennies to gold means that your banks take your money, which are very small. How many of y'all got thousands of dollars in the bank? Hundreds of thousands in the bank. How banks make their money? Your 50, your 1,000, your 20. Every time they get money, they flip it. And they gotta give you by law something. Come on.
We all know that.
The reason we're bringing this up is P2G realized, which basically was me, I realized I was broke. Okay, I was broke and I couldn't understand why. I had a business, my husband got 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? We've been broke over and over. It wasn't just one time. We've literally gone through the circle of debt clear, debt clear. And I got scared for 7 years. I was like, anything on a debit card? I was cash up for 7 years. I would not buy nothing. I couldn't even just pay a bill unless we had cash. I wouldn't do anything with credit. Cash is king. Cash is king. And it ain't even for kings. Cash is king for broke people that do not know that. Credit in this country is what matters. Creditability is what matters. And then people, oh, I got bad credit. No, you just don't know what you're doing.
Credit is not debt.
It's not debt. Now wait, they gotta clarify that. Credit actually allows you to create positive debt. We use it, and we use it because how we were trained creates negative debt. Debt is not bad or good. It's just negative or positive in your favor or out. Our goal,
Give me your initial, what does credit give you?
every damn thing. Credit gives you access to everything. In this case, it's how the game is played. So what we're gonna do is teach you the small game. The small game is to go from this thing. By the way, did y'all know what happened to this? Who knows what happened to this?
November 12th, last printing.
Last time they printed. It's crazy, right? Let me tell you, it's not the first time. In this country, it's not even the first time.
Nope.
So getting rid of the penny, beautiful. Getting rid of the penny made room, is making room for getting rid of all of it. All of this, gone. Every bit of this is gonna go. And following it quickly is the physical dollar bills. Why? What's replacing it? Right. There are several different types. Let's start by something real quick. We got digital currency, okay? We got cryptocurrency. You got credit. And what else do you have? It'll be a little scary and look this up and you get it right down.
CBDC.
You're about to have a full-blown CBD, CBDC. It's
What is that?
central bank digital currency.
Oh.
We are going to explain in our program what that is and how each of those work. There's a lot of stuff out here confusing us in the news about this. People are scared. People are like, do this, do that. There's going to be this barrel, or I should say a basket of things for you to use. But the one that's going to be used on a regular basis as a platform to replace the dollar will be the CDs. It's already begun. Don't even worry. Don't chill. Don't trick. Because that's why I'm starting. The reason I started saving in this thing right here, y'all see this? How much I think that is?
Was that a quarter?
It's actually a cent of gold. How much you think it's worth? Y'all can look, come on, get close. I'm not kidding. This is more of a show you how to tell you. Come on, take a look. What do you think? Getting close. Come on, it's actually a little higher than right now. Does that? No, don't keep on. Y'all are heading in the right direction, but you're a little higher than it is. I have about $400 in my hand right now. That's actual value. 400. Let me show you this. Let me show you something. What's it bigger? Right? And you can see that, right? That this is worth $400. By the way, I bought this for about $160. About three years ago.
Please tell me
Came
they
in
take
order.
those from the.
$160, and today it's worth $400.
Last time we went to,
This is
Shawnee.
gold. The thing your bank actually spends your money on, they get this and then give you, yeah,
we don't want it.
thank you.
Thank you very much. We signed, when you get to your bank and you fill out that application, they don't know that you signed on to get this back for something they buy here. And every one of them, all the money they took back then when you started your account is getting them this stuff. Why can't you do it? You just don't know how. Right? You just don't know how. That's why I say come to class. Because I make this simple. I'm gonna be really honest. I give these away for Christmas. This is what we call, it's a 33rd of a coin. This is worth it. I'll tell you right now. We started with this. This is called a gram. Smaller than the 10. Gold is measured. It's that, you know, gold and silver are measured in weight and quality. Purity. You need this stuff. It's not that you want it. It's not that it's cute. This is what preserves your business. Your businesses should be making profits and putting it into gold, silver, crypto assets that build. And guess what I can do with this? I can trade it, or I can leverage it. Let's do the word leverage. I'm never gonna sell this. Are you crazy? We ain't gonna do that. You're gonna go to, now this is just an example. You do not use the pawn shop. Got it? But we've been doing this for years. We've been doing this for years though. We go to the pawn shop. Yeah, because they don't like the pawn it. They know the value. They're trying to give it back. Oh, there you go. No problem. No, I want to get a loan against this. I'm keeping that one. Oh, we gonna charge you interest so you never come back. But baby, I'm going to loan against this because by the time I come back for it, it's worth more. Gold just needs time. It doesn't need you to do no more work. But what if you were saving it? When this little piece was $40, I was getting 1 and 2 and 3, a week as we got money. Got a question. If you were saving in a bank, money, cash, would your cash go that way? No. Why not? The banks are getting gold. Why use cash? Okay. So now it's time for us to do something called private banking. We have to have a new way of doing things. We have to have a new way of turning every dime we get in our pocket into something that's going to add to. Now, the quickest way to do that is to turn physical, small amounts of money into cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency offers multiple ways to grow interest. Got it? You're going to learn to grow interest. Go ahead, babies. All right. So what we're going to do is have the cryptocurrency that grows interest. Everybody goes, oh God, we're going again, crypto. Let me tell y'all where we live. Let me remind you the world you live in. We live in digital day. We do not live in I don't want to learn day. It's either I don't want to learn or you get left behind and you're broke and dependent on the government, no question. Your dreams, all these businesses you want, done deal. The game is up. It is a digital game. If you don't get it, you can't eat. You ain't leaving mama's house. Families are now going back together. They're all moving in. You know why? Because it makes sense. But if you all still just fall apart together, what's the point? So let's start coming in and getting some little knowledge. We got to figure out how to flip this finance. Yeah.
Just one point, because I know some of y'all might hear cryptocurrency and hear all the negative chatter. Trump and his international cronies are investing big in crypto.
Yeah.
And gaming the laws to give the government more control over crypto. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Is it viable? Is it legit? They wouldn't be doing that. Because Trump don't give a damn about anything except making more money. That's all you need.
And just so that you know, let me tell you a little something about the game with oligarchs. They don't want the government to control crypto. When they started talking about those little rules in the get-go, I knew that was dead. People in my community, which is the cryptocurrency community, we don't play that. And it's actually not crypto, it's blockchain. We're a blockchain community. We teach the real raw stuff that you get into and you learn how to look at numbers because most people are just looking at how much it's worth. I'm looking at, okay, how much it's gonna make. How does this work? Because crypto is not money. What is crypto? Does anybody know? Actually,
Hold on, you got one more hand. Yeah, one more. Yeah, one more hand over here. Young man with the blue. Young man in the blue had his hand up.
What's crypto? Digital currency.
What makes the digital currency is that it's digital. It's just software. And software has to have a purpose. Video games. Go to, I don't care, anyone, what's this?
GameStop.
GameStop. Go to GameStop and go buy a game with a name on the front, right? Anybody buy a game before? When you buy the game, you get it home and ain't nothing happen, you put it in, you install it, ain't nothing happen, what you doing? Okay, when you put it in and it works, we call that use case. Because you got your money's worth. That's how crypto works. Software has to have a purpose. It has to serve people. It has to be doing something. Everything you got a question. Tell me something that you have that doesn't have a digital something, some kind of program. Say it again.
Like a board, motherboard,
Tell me something like that. Something you do in your everyday life or function with. That's be simple. We got so much stuff around us, it's ridiculous. We can't get up in the morning. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of spoiled. I said, Alexa, this morning. And it talks to like, oh shoot. I have gotten indoctrinated. So if I'm gonna be indoctrinated, I have to be empowered. That means that if you're gonna have these things become your everyday life, you gotta control it.
Say that again.
Okay, if I'm gonna be indoctrinated, I gotta be empowered. Because you don't want, who wants to control something controlling you that you don't understand how it works? What's the outcome of that? You don't know how it works, and now it's controlling your everyday. You can't do nothing, move nowhere.
Whoever
So,
controls
it is controlling who? So let's stop that. That's financial literacy we're teaching. We teach digital financial literacy. It comes with technology. How to use phones, tablets, how to protect those things. We make sure software, by the way, all the software is free. I get it all. You get to use it. We teach you how to use it to build. AI is a class in this platform. David, can you please, good, you see it. This is our 8-week program. This program, because of Darnell, he's doing stuff to my brain, making me do more stuff. Anybody else, does that man work out? Because it works for me every time. All right. And it's okay, because I like being busy. But this is our November class just started. We do wealth mindset access. Immediately, the first thing we do is shift how you think. What's the first thing you tell people when they ask you about money? Be honest.
I ain't got none.
You don't have none. I'm broke. I need more money. You know, if they ask you to give them money, what is it? Yes. Because we are always in a conversation about money. But what we have to do is get in a different space about it. Everything you got in your life comes from how you think. So we work on that first day. First day. How many people can save a dime? Can you save a dime? Anybody here can't save a dime? You know that's the foundation to multi-millions of dollars? Yeah. Do you know a dime literally is it's actually the foundation to multi-millions of dollars.
If I could just jump in here real quick.
Go ahead.
Frank Winfield Woolworth. You heard of Woolworth?
FW.
Tell me y'all heard of Woolworth.
Yes. Now, back in the day, in the late 1800s, he was one of the first really successful 5 and dime stores. And even back in the late 1890s, calling somebody a nickel and dime operator was not a compliment.
It was, yeah.
Okay. Now this guy, his attitude was not everybody's walking around with a dollar, but everybody's got a nickel or a dime in their pocket. Among the things that we've gotten from the Woolworth store was standardized pricing for discounts for us. Before that, if you wanted to buy a spool of thread, you went into a store and there was the vendor of the thread and you haggled for the price. 6 cents, no. 2 cents, no. 4 cents. He says, no. Every spool of thread is going to be marked for 5 cents, but you got to have a quality spool of thread. Because you're not selling some knotted up thread that you can't put your thing in my store for 5 cents. Now, the reason I mentioned was in 1913, he commissioned and built the Woolworth building. Those of you who are in New York City residents, you know, right? Until 1930, when the Empire State Building was finished, that was the tallest man-made structure in the world. And he designed, commissioned, and paid for that building cash money from the registers of his 5 and 10 stores. Okay. That's what it comes to. And when the last Woolco stores were bought out in Canada, you know who bought them out? Walmart. Because his system of controlling the supply chain,
Sam Walmart.
they just took that to the next level. So that's the power of a nickel and a dime.
Yep.
Education.
That's how you build wealth. See, you can do it right out of your own pocket. Too many of us tell ourselves the first thing, I don't have enough. I don't got enough to get started. I'm telling you, you got 10 cents, you got it. If you can keep taking 10 cents and putting it away, and this is the beautiful part, because I get Bitcoin every time I go and say I go buy something because I do it on Cash App. And so Cash App now drops the change in my, so I might not be able to get like 10 cent worth or 99 cent worth just by putting in the order. Cash App will quickly put that order through for me. I have a area in my Cash App that says Bitcoin. And in my Bitcoin area, there was a zero because I always take it out. We'll teach y'all that. But I always take it out because I like to see the numbers. It will, what they say, save the rest.
Save the change.
So if I bring it up to the next dollar, and it will do that and drop Bitcoin. Guess what my roundups did? When and people go, but isn't Bitcoin really low? I was like, yeah, but we bought it cheaper. I got it cheap. Exactly. I got cheap Bitcoin, and when I know, because I know how Bitcoin works, I'm not running it like everybody else. I understand the game. So I now know how to play it while you got people shaking in their boots talking about, I lose all this money. I'm not. I know how the game works, and that's because I practiced it and I teach it so it becomes a regular process. Yes. Say it again.
I have Bitcoin on the platform.
Which one?
I'm going to take it off. They have two platforms that I can go on.
Okay.
One of them is Coinbase. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
I get transferred to like a free soul wallet.
You got to translate.
And, yeah, and I want to know how to just take it off the platform.
Okay.
Now, what she's talking about is next level. That's that next level conversation. That's me too. Look, we do cyber safety. We ain't playing. I'm a tech, by the way. I was telling him I've been in business since 2006. The company I opened was a tech company called Gotcha Tech, which still exists. So Gotcha Tech went from fixing computers for the community to now training the community in how to fix their own stuff, how to keep it together. So that's what we do. We actually integrated it in here. We do cyber safety because you are in a digital age and you have to make sure you're safe. Because that's when digital sales get really big.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not gonna help you get Bitcoin so you can get paid. Yes. Matter of fact, that's the specialty of ours, because you ain't the only. A lot of people have tried different things. You got all these different accounts.
Yeah.
We're gonna teach you a system that takes you from the public to the private. Remember we talked about that earlier? Talked about that with business, right? Now we're gonna take your money from the public to the private. Take your profits from the public to the private. Because you can purchase, it's not a problem. You can use cash to purchase crypto. But you know what the problem is? Everything is right out there. It's available to someone else to say, oh, we're gonna shut this platform down. That's what and it's happened, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's happened. People get their money in this thing, they done got all of these, they got stocks. And then, oh, wait a minute, what you mean I can't access my account? Oh, look what happened to the platform. Make sense? Yes. So before we move forward, I don't want to get too deep into this because we're gonna have a new discussion. I just want to talk about this really quick, go through it. We do wallets and exchanges, okay? How to move crypto, how to make sure you utilize exchanges, but guess what? How to make money. There's like buckets loads of platforms that bring great interest.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, don't get blown away by this. Would you believe that there was a platform that gave you 6,000% APR? Right? What about 40,000? Yeah, I actually posted that, by the way. Platform that I put in about $180 in one day, 24 hours, kicked out $24. You know why? Because crypto is international.
How long would it take you to make $24 in your
24
bank?
hours the next day, because I have to check on my account, right? And I was great. I was like, oh shoot, I said, this can't be real.
I took a picture, and if you guys go on my Facebook, you see, I posted it. I'll repost it in the group, because it's in my phone, okay? I'm telling you, this is the thing. What took me years to develop will take you 8 weeks. If you're serious about yourself and what you want to do, it is cheap to do. I'm letting folks know, I ain't playing. If we don't get this now, we don't, and this is where we're gonna get to the last piece. So while making those crystals, I got $24, right? So then I can go grab some of this. Okay. Gold. That's why P2G stands for pennies to gold. We teach you because guess what? That's a question. Do you think that people find gold very valuable that sell it? No. You know, the people that sell it don't find it valuable. Yes. Why would they give me gold for my crypto? Anybody ask that question? I want you to start asking those questions. These are the questions we develop in our class. Why would somebody why would you give me dollar bills for my gold?
Use case.
That's the first question. We used to do the
Use
sell
case.
gold class, the little party.
Use case.
First party was to sell gold. Well, why would someone give you their hard-earned money for gold? Because they knew what it was worth in you. Now I'm going the other way. Why would a gold company give me gold and silver for my crypto? Because it has to have a high value. Y'all see the inside conversations we're not having? What kind?
No, I was just thinking because if it's not back, if the money, how you say, if money, no, not even, no, that's what I'm trying to say to her.
Not since 1971.
Yeah, since Nixon signed the bill.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not just here. The reason why crypto is doing so well, and y'all see, oh, it's a red market. That's a habit that the market does.
Yeah.
Have to level out. It's called correction.
If
you learn the words,
I know it levels out.
exactly.
My thing.
So what we're doing is we're teaching our people to not get crazy, but you on this platform, we make money when the market goes up, and then we make more money when the market goes down. We make more when it goes down than when it goes up.
Yep.
It's weird to a lot of people because the games we were taught don't work this way. Are you guys ready to learn a new game? So, this is what I want you to do. If you are serious, go on the website and I will see it come up as an invitation. Go on the website right now. Steve, can you go on the website and go to sign up? Y'all come
I
to
signed up
Wednesday.
already.
Wednesday night is, no, you're gonna sign up for a specific class.
Oh.
I will go to open up the phone and I will get you, jump on the QR code. I'll bring you to Wednesday night so you can see it.
It's 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You're welcome to
Yeah,
hop on.
now I'm gonna show you how to sign up for Wednesday.
All right,
Come on.
you don't go
Party. No, scan it again. I'm gonna get, instead of having to like chase it down. Okay. Buttons up here, tap that.
Yes.
Hit class.
Go to home.
Mhm.
I'm doing that with him now. You have a mobile.
Hit book.
Watch David. Watch David. He's gonna explain how to do it.
Oh, you can get it up on the board.
All right. Now.
Go to the left of the class schedule. That's next week, yes.
We gotta do. And start
Right
with
there? Book now.
I don't do one.
And the next class is the
I'm not
26th.
one and done. I'm the kind of person that likes to give time for you to really get it and get moving. Thank you. So even my one-on-one. Okay, the class is, the free one, community action. I call it a community action meeting because it's our Q&A. It's not a class, it's a conversation. You ask questions, we answer them, and we find the resources. You know that, but I'm not saying. First things first, don't believe a word I say. That's the first thing. Don't follow nobody, don't believe what they say, research.
And you're now
and I'm gonna show you how to find it.
Excuse my fingers are cold.
Some people, we've had a big problem with folks coming into class saying they don't know how to research.
And book it.
Who's having trouble? If you
I'm
want,
wa-
like I said, if y'all wanna come.
If you need help, I'll help you. I'm back here filling the information in. If you need help, signing up, I'm here back here helping people as well.
Yeah, on the class schedule. He got it up. He said, go back out so you can show them how to get in.
They just show you how to use your device to get in. And then,
Yes.
You are now booked. You have a Gmail or before you have a Gmail or
Gmail.
do your Google Calendar and place it on your Google Calendar as a reminder.
Community action meeting. If you sign up, you'll be able, I will get the.
Who did the setting for your stones? Who did the setting for your stones? Very nicely done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love gem. I'm a gem man. I'm always like, you like a lot of jewelry. I don't wear it, but I like it. I admire it. And that's it. And I see if I see a good setting, I let people know. So that's okay.
I'm finished with it.
Yes, ma'am.
It's on Wednesday.
No, I finished.
Maybe this Wednesday because we have something special. So all this change is very fast. That's the one thing. This information changes from time to time. This is why I research and I keep up.
If nothing catch up with you right on time.
We actually have a program. Please go to, back to the homepage and show. Mr. Thomas and I do a program called Breakfast with the Thomases every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. We have our own podcast for the last few years, and it's all about learning about what's going on.
Go to the bottom, Dave. You were just there.
Say it again?
Right there. That'll do.
Oh, that's us. That's us. Also,